Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. Today we've actually got a new unit we are showcasing, not the ones that we are re-uploading, and it's actually the one that has, the reason why I'm doing the re-uploads, because of that semicolon I missed, and that is the free-to-play EZA Fizz UI Goku. His EZA is actually just really nice. I've said this before, this statement definitely stays true, it definitely rings true. He is a very good alternative for the EZA UI Goku. If you do not have him, especially with Global not having the same name update right now as well, if you do, running them on the same team is also very nice because you can be a good support for them even though they don't link. And not only that as well, even if you do have him, in some cases it's actually a viable shout to bring this man's over the EZA UI Goku, just because they have a very similar kit, barring the transformation in the way they work. And also this Goku is a support for Universe Survival Saga category allies, as well as being, as I said, pretty much very similar, if not the same, barring the transformation, to the EZA UI Goku. So in terms of what he does, Universe Survival Saga category key +3 and HP and attack and defense +77%, or Fizz types key +3 HP and attack and defense +50%. On super attack, he raises attack and defense by 20% for 99 turns. You can continuously stack his attack and defense on super attack, just like the EZA one. And then also on passive, Universe Survival Saga's category allies key +3 and attack and defense +30%. He's also a very solid support for Universe Survival Saga category allies. Also reps Universe 7 as well, because you essentially can combine both of those teams. And then attack and defense +120% for himself, which is pretty decent for a free-to-play unit. And a high chance, which is a 50% chance to evade enemies attack, including super attack, which of course the EZA UI Goku can only really do once he's transformed. So this is what I mean why he's a very good alternative to the EZA one. If you don't have him, or even if you do have him, in terms of the links as well, commonly are prepared for battle, experience fighters, godly power, tournament power, first awaken, shouting the limit. You've got some pretty solid links as well, you know, especially linking to the LR UI Goku here, linking with the Roshi, linking with these two down here as well. He's got some solid links in terms of the categories, just like any other Goku. He's on a lot of categories as well. Universe Survival Saga, Realm of Gods, Pure Saiyans, Reps, Goku's Family, Kamamiya, Turtle School, Miraculous Awakening, Powerful Comeback. And he can do a job on all of those categories as well. He can work really well. As I said, just because he's a very good alternative to the EZA UI Goku as well. So he could definitely work on those categories if you put him on there as well. Especially because you can link him up, as I said, with the LR AGL UI Goku as well. So, I mean, his EZA is insane, but as always, if you can continue showing your support by dropping a like on the video and subscribing if you are new, your support is very much appreciated. But let's hop into it and see what he can do. So we have him in rotation. We're going to line him up with the UI Goku. Does he get bonus? We pretty much got all the links off, barring the First Awakened and Shattering the Limit. Shattering the Limit, we can actually get that link with the Tien and Roshi. In terms of the First Awakened, that's something I don't think anyone has. But I mean, that's the point of these showcases. I'm not always going to have, you know, every single link off on a team, you know, and things like that. So it's a bit more realistic, but we got, as I said, almost every single link off barring two, and we will get the Shattering the Limit link off with Tien and Roshi when they come on rotation. In terms of the stats in the beginning, I mean, it's a very good start. I mean, immediately, 210k attack stat and 102k defense. Bearing in mind, an LR EZA Goku and Frieza, yes, they do build up their attack stat on passive and their super attacking, etc. He has more than them, who currently have 166k attack stat, and the LR Int UI Goku, not Int UI Goku, the AGL UI Goku, who is pretty much one of the best, if not the best unit in the entire game right now, has a 283k attack stat, and as I said, a free-to-play EZA UI Goku here has a 210k attack stat. That's mad. That's insane to start with. Of course, he will build up his attack and defense over time on super attack, which we will get to see. We won't get to see as far as it can go, because obviously Dokkan events aren't, you know, that long and drawn out events. We're going to probably see that a lot in LGE, which if EZA Int UI Goku is basically having a field day there and that's his playground, then this free-to-play option is gonna, you know, he's gonna do just as good. As I said, their kit is very similar, but barring the transformation. Not only that, as I said, he's also a good support unit. So not only is he being amazing in longer drawn out events like LGE, he's also going to be supporting the rest of the team, which is very, very useful and a very good thing to have. So a 1.8 million attack stat on a free-to-play unit is very nice. A 1.1 million crit as well, which is something you love to see. For some reason when I do these videos, units don't like to get additionals or crit off that often, but UI Goku there, defying the odds. But he's a very good unit. Of course, attack and defense is also raised on super attack as well after that, so he's only going to get better the next time he comes back. But what did I give him in the dupe system? I really hope I went half and half, essentially, or as half as close as I could do. Okay, pretty much. We pretty much did. So hopefully we can get some additionals in there, build up the attack and defense a bit more, which is another thing that's going to be very useful and help a lot in the likes of LGE as well, especially getting those additionals off to get that attack and defense raised even more. As I said, we're probably not going to see like the true extent of it here. Even then, unless you're drawing out LGE, which if you're taking reps, you're probably not going to do because you know how much damage you do with that team. But if you can draw out the LGE event long enough, you can really start to see what this Goku can do. I mean, you can just keep going and going and going. So yeah, he's really going to have a field day in the legendary Goku event, which I can't wait to test out because he's going to work really, really well there. Especially because the EZA Int one works really, really well though as well. I said he's such a good alternative. He's such a good alternative if you do not have the Int one at this point. Which, if you're very new to Dokkan or you've recently picked up the game, you probably might not have him because he's been out for a while and he hasn't really been back on banners all too often until now. But if you haven't pulled him and you recently picked up the game, this free-to-play one is literally a very, very good option to use. As I said, he's literally a fantastic alternative to that Int one. So I'd definitely recommend using him, especially if you do not have the Int one as well. And even if you do, definitely use him because he's literally him. He provides support. You might not be hitting the same numbers as the Int UI one, obviously, but he can still do a good job there. We have every link off bar in the first Awakened, which I said we would because we're getting the support that not only the support from the Tien and Roshi, but also getting the Shat and the Limit link off with him. The only thing that's kind of annoying is this UI Goku's probably going to kill here, which I don't want. But in terms of attack stat, he's up to a 297k attack stat. He's almost keeping up with the LR UI Goku. 144k defense as well. This is what I mean by he's going to have a field day in the LG. So I'm actually going to swap those two around just to make sure we don't kill Goku here, so I can show off what he can do on rotation with the Tien and Roshi support while having almost all of his links off, barring literally one. So bear in mind, he's raised his attack and defense once, because of course we didn't additional. He's raised his attack and defense once. He's got the attack and defense plus 120% in his passive, and he's got a bonus attack and defense plus 40% from the Tien and Roshi, and he's up to a 2.2 million attack stat. And that's while having all of his links off as well, barring one, which is the first Awakened. So 751k damage isn't too bad. But again, that's only going to go up. It's only going to go up and up and up because of, as I said, him constantly raising attack and defense on super attack. We haven't been able to see him dodge yet, but I mean, we don't really need to show that off. You know, a dodge mechanic and evade mechanic is incredibly simple. You know, they get attacked, they get super attacked. Goku will dodge. It's as simple as that, really. There's not much to it. There's not much to it at all. But yeah, as I said, as I said, regardless if you have the Int UI Goku and you've EZA'd him, this free-to-play UI Goku is still actually a very good option in some cases, where you probably will or might want to run him over the EZA Int UI Goku, just because, as I said, essentially their kit is very similar. He might not be putting out the same numbers as UI Goku, and his defense might not be as good immediately as the UI Goku's, unless he transforms, which then it will be 200% attack and 100% on defense. Also because he's a viable support as well. So I mean, yeah, definitely take him. But there we go, we got done. I mean, as I said, we weren't really going to see completely what this UI Goku can do because of how short Dokkan events are in terms of building up attack and defense. So we only got 2 super attacks off. Unfortunately, we didn't get no additionals off, which would have kind of it would have built up his attack and defense a bit more, and we really could have seen what, you know, what damage he could do. But because he stacks infinitely, you're never really going to truly see what this guy can do. And of course, we can get it higher, and of course, in a longer drawn-out event like LGE, we're going to see that more, which is why I can't wait to take him in there. So we're really going to see what he can do. But yeah, as I said, the main thing is he's a very good option. As I said, a very good option for Reps Universe 7, not only for a free-to-play team if you're a free-to-play player, but even in general, to run with the big boys, like the LRUI Goku, the Vegeta, the Go Freezer. He's a good option to run, and he's a very good alternative, again, for the EZA Int UI Goku, whether you have him or whether you don't. He's still a good option to run, and sometimes an even better viable option to run over that UI Goku. And the sole fact, he's also a good support. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you think of him down in the comments. I think he's very, very good. He's a very good free-to-play card, a very good free-to-play option. And yeah, as I said, he keeps up with premium summon units. He keeps up with the big boys. I said, you're not going to have exactly, you know, the same damage of 3 million or etc. But he still does a very good job. So yeah, as I said, definitely a viable option. As I said, let me know what you think of him down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.